Welcome back to L5 Star FC. It is a reaction video, and for the match against Southampton, which we actually won a game of football and kept a clean sheet at the same time. Today, I'm joined by Wakar and Salah as we go over what happened, breaking it down, a bit of player ratings, all that and whatsoever. But actually, before we start this video, please hit that subscribe button to L5 Star FC. Let's push on for 400 subscribers before the end of the season. Also, subscribe to Clock Talk TV. We're so close to 1K. So, if you've got spare 5 minutes, drop over, subscribe. But we're on L5 Star FC, and that is where we should stick to the reaction video. How are you feeling, lads? And after what was a very, not the best game, but a game that you take and is important in our charge for top four. Wouldn't you agree, Salah? How are you feeling? Overall thoughts after what was a good win at home?
Yeah, I think it was a good win. I didn't watch the second half due to important reasons, but I watched the first half, and I think we're starting off, we were decent. I think we weren't that sloppy, but I think towards the end of the half, we let Southampton control the game a little near the last 10 minutes. And they had some chances. Alisson was, of course, alert and made some very good saves. But I think in terms of getting the Champions League places next year, this is very crucial because if I'm not wrong, we have to win our game. If we win our game in hand against Manchester United on Thursday, we just go 3 points behind Leicester. Bearing in mind, Leicester have Spurs, United, and Chelsea. So in terms of top four, is massive, and I think it's always a good time. It's always a good time to start winning, and I'm happy that we've won at Anfield again.
Yeah, some good points you made there, obviously, about the top four. We will break that down, but we'll get a little bit of insight into what Wakar thinks. How are you doing, Wakar? And how are you feeling after what was a very good weekend in terms of for Liverpool fans and the results all across the Premier League?
I actually couldn't believe we kept the clean sheet at Anfield. They played really well, I think at times I was thinking at the start of the game when Jota had the opportunity, I was like, it's going to be one of those games where Fraser Foster saves everything. But, I'm glad for Thiago getting his first goal. He was due. So overall, good team performance. We need to, if we're not going to get top four, at least go down with a fight, because Leicester are going to drop points, just like Salah said, They've got Chelsea on form, Tottenham, who they can do a job. So I think we top four is still on, but we've got to win the games. We can't shit the bed like we always do. In terms of like, how are we gonna have Virgil van Dijk going from winning the league to playing Europa League? Some of the players might want to leave. We can't have that. So we've got to win all our games, and happy.
Yeah, very good points you made there. Obviously, win every game now, and that'll leave us with 69 points, and that should ensure that we obviously get top four. But obviously, you have to take it game by game. Southampton was not the most scintillating game of football, but it was a game which we out battled them in that midfield. We were expecting that counter press, and obviously it paid dividends towards the end. Obviously, Thiago wrapped off a goal. We will touch a bit on Thiago. We'll break the game down. So Sadio Mane scored at Anfield for the first time since, I believe, West Brom on Boxing Day or day after Boxing Day. So obviously good to see him start to get back into a bit of form. But I want to go over the general idea of the front three. Now, it looks to me like the front three are operating a little bit better over the past week or two, in particular, or past 3 weeks. Which is a promising sign considering we haven't really scored many goals using that offensive department. So how do you think, Wakar, this confidence from this front three will affect the running and our next game against Man United?
It's going to be a massive boost because we've won a game, and the front three, I think, is because Thiago playing alongside Fabinho. Because if you see that we've just been dry in midfield and the front three when they've got their chances, they've not had enough to. Maybe they should have scored some, but what I'm trying to say is that they've not had someone that can pass the ball as well as Thiago can do, and I think the confidence between them three has been amazing. I think Firmino in some games, he should start, but the thing about Jota is, if he's not scoring, then you would rather Bobby on the pitch because Bobby, is more of a dribbler. He can move the ball with both feet.
Yeah, exactly. I think with Jota, I don't think he'll like or us obviously labeling him, but he is a super sub. Now, players don't want to be called a super sub; they want to be a super starter. But I feel he has more of an impact and more of a presence coming off the bench. I feel like that's more, and he is playing second or third fiddle to a lot of them, a lot of the front three. But Salah
I
will
want to
go
add
to
one
you.
thing as well. That
Go on, Walcott.
Bobby, no, because of Klopp's system, you're trying to be Jota and a false nine, and when he goes forward, he's brilliant. But when he tries to do what Firmino does, like dropping in midfield, he's not the best.
Yeah, I agree. But we'll go to you, Salah, on the front three. Obviously, a little bit of confidence picked up from the win against Southampton. How do you think this will, same question to Bakar, how do you think this will affect us going forward?
I don't expect nothing to change. I think I'm probably one of the more pessimistic person. If you ask me, do you think we make top four this season? No, I don't think we're going to make top four because no player has been consistent. I think I read the stat the other day. I think in the last 5 games we picked up more points than City and United. I think no City or Chelsea. I'm not sure. I think it's City 100%, but I don't know another team. That's showing to me we have some consistency and like there's evidence that we can keep consistency from now until the end of the season. But just knowing how the season's been, I just don't think. Look, we have West Brom now, and then we have Burnley, two low block teams. So yeah, and I think the front three. I think. Oh no, let's see. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. You've seen that General Gattuso meme, but I think Mane and Salah were good, especially for their goal. Beautiful cross by Salah, prime Mane header. I think Jota had a few chances where he could have scored, but he had a decent game as well. But I think if you go to the United game, I think you're gonna have to play Bobby's because you see how Bobby links to play and how United bring out the defenders, especially with Harry Maguire very likely to be out. You're gonna have Bayer and Lindelof. Let's be honest, they don't have the highest of football IQs. They will step out defensive line, and Firmino always exploits that. So I think, in regards to the front three, Firmino will start the next game, I believe.
Yeah. Some very good points here about you breaking down United. Obviously, we'll see that more for a preview, but I get where you're coming from in the sense that we need consistency. That is the key to obviously ensuring that we do get that top four. But obviously, the second half played out. Thiago got a goal, his first goal in a Liverpool shirt. Thiago, pretty much. Look, this will give him a lot of confidence. I think we've been seeing a little bit more improvements from him over the past few weeks, in particular. And I think this is where we'll start to see Thiago getting started. But we'll touch on you, Salah. We'll go to you first. It was a top performance from Thiago again on Saturday. How do you think? How do you think that? Do you think that with obviously him bouncing back from his critics, how do you think this will mean that you'll kick on from here on in?
I think he's been good enough because I think now you look at football fans in this age, this generation, for them it's goals and assists. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
statistics.
Every fan base they have their little goals and assists. Like you have Trey on Twitter, you have your ones that talk about goals and assists. But I remember I was looking at the other day. You're deluded if you think Thiago was brought in to Liverpool for goals and assists. It was simply brought down to break play and align passes together, and he did that perfectly against Southampton. He doesn't score a lot, but thankfully he did score against Southampton, and it was a well taken goal.
Yeah, I agree, and obviously we'll go to you, Wakar and Thiago, the little Spanish number 6. How do you think, obviously same question to Salah, how do you think he's bounced back from his critics and how this performance amongst the last few will affect his confidence?
The only reason why they're criticising him is because he plays for Liverpool. Last season, every one of those players, especially Man United fans, they were linked with him. They were saying he doesn't get they were just bigging him up. And as soon as he comes to Liverpool, he's playing in a team where there's constantly injuries. When Fabinho is like the one player that he needs to play with, because otherwise he's playing as a more defensive role. Then you can go, break down the play, and it's just I don't understand why. He's world class. He's showing every game. He was the missing piece to Liverpool when we won the league. You can see that we had everything apart from a person that can just break down the play. Just give us a pass, and but it's just stupid the way football works. It's just very annoying because they're hating on Liverpool, but they're saying Thiago's not whatever because he's not a player that gets goals and assists. Last season he didn't even get one assist, and he was easily the best midfielder in the world. And as soon as he comes to Liverpool and he's not done that, apparently he's a flop and whatever.
Yeah, I agree. But obviously, we'll move swiftly on to the other side of the pitch. Alisson Becker, obviously, congratulations to him and his wife. I think his wife gave birth to his third child today. So obviously, congratulations. But obviously, a top performance from Alisson. A little bit of a mixed bag towards in some areas where I felt like his passing sometimes could have got intercepted. But obviously, he did get man of the match. He did make 6 saves, and he did keep us in the game, and he bailed us out on a few occasions. So we'll go to Alisson Becker. He is a key player. He is underrated in terms of players that we need at this football. Players we need to go on and win these trophies, and obviously getting top 4. I know that's not a trophy, but obviously just finish this season strong. Make sure you have a good season next season, and you can't have that without the man that is between the sticks in Alisson Becker. Just want to know your thoughts, Wakar, on Alisson. How do you feel he's faring in goal, and how he's a top quality keeper? And I honestly, mate, he's just world class. What are your thoughts on Alisson Becker?
He's just the best in the world. You've got the Neuers, whatever. But the thing that this season, he's not had as many clean sheets is because it's partially down to Klopp as well. The high line. Nathaniel Phillips and Kabak or Fabinho, they can't play the high line. They're not quick enough. And I think the more shots he's faced a lot more shots this season, and he's conceded more and whatever. But he's still the best. He proved it against Man City. He made a mistake and then he made a quick triple save. That's Alisson. And I think it's down to confidence, fans not being in the stadium, passing it's been a bit, but I think with confidence he'll come back to him. Still the best in the world in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And obviously we'll go to you, Salah, on Alisson. Obviously played very well on Saturday. Top performance. So I want to hear a few words on Alisson.
I think in regards to I think he played very good. I think he made a couple of saves. I think in regards to the best goalkeeper in the world at debate, I think it's still Jan Oblak. I think you've had your Ter Stegen mistakes, you've had your Neuer mistakes, you've had your Alisson mistakes, but Oblak is just clean. He's a phenomenal keeper, but I must stick to Alisson Becker because I think, as Ricardo did say, he's had his fair share of mistakes, but he has bounced back, which is nice to see because as a goalkeeper, it's very hard to bounce back from mistakes because when you make a mistake, it's very likely to lead the goal. So credit for him for being consistent ever since the Manchester City game. So hopefully he can take that consistency and keep more clean sheets until the end of the season.
Yeah, that's very true. And obviously we will go into player ratings before breaking down the results from the Premier League. So we'll start with Alisson, keeping on the topic of Alisson. I'm going to go, we'll work around. So we'll start with Salah, but I'm going to go for a 9 out of 10 performance from Alisson. The reason I haven't gone for a 10 out of 10 is that I still feel he's got areas to improve in terms of just passing accuracy and I think there was a moment in that second half where he nearly got caught out by Shea Adams, but luckily it was a poor shot and he could regather it. But I'm going to go a 9 out of 10. Salah, we'll go to you first on Alisson's performance. What are you giving him?
I'm giving him an 8. I think he's solid rating, made some good saves. Yeah.
Fair enough. Wakar, what about you?
8.5.
Fair enough. We'll go to the back four. Obviously, Reece Williams, Nat Phillips, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andrew Robertson were in the back four. I'm going to go for Andy Robertson for a 7.5 out of 10. I felt his defensive work was underlooked. He did set the tempo, which I feel was good. Trent, he's got everything. Just can volley the ball. He can just he's got everything in the locker. He can shoot, he can pass, long range passing. He's just got it all. So another top performance by Trent. I'm going to go 8 out of 10. Nat Phillips, I feel, was another contendee for man of the match. I think I'm going to give him a 8.5 out of 10. And Reece Williams did well. I think when you hear a young player included, the fact that we didn't hear him much in the game is due to the fact that probably that's a good sign, in the sense that he wasn't in too much bother and the spotlight wasn't on him. So I think it was a good performance from him. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 alongside Nat Phillips an 8.5. We'll go to you, Wakar, first on the back four. You're giving him?
I'm giving Trent a 7. He's just brilliant. Robertson, just like you said, defensive duty 7. I think Reece Williams, I'll give him an 8, and Nat Phillips an 8 as well. They've just been immense this season, especially Nathaniel Phillips. Every time, we didn't. He was on loan at Stuttgart last season, and we never ever thought that he would ever play for Liverpool as much as he has in this season. So he's done brilliantly. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Salah? Were you going for the back four?
I'll go Trent 7, Robertson 7, Williams 6, 2 suspect, man. Phillips 7.
Fair enough. Midfield, Gini Wijnaldum, Thiago, and Fabinho. I'm going to go for Fabinho an 8 out of 10. One of the best in the business. Thiago obviously got the goal and given 8.5. And Gini Wijnaldum, I feel so frustrated with this guy, honestly, because every time he gets the ball, he brings it forward and then he passes it back. It's like,
Finally,
why?
You've jumped.
He does.
Finally.
He did it about 10 times on the weekend, and it was like, mate, just pass it forward, lad. And
finally, really.
So yeah, I'm going to give him a 5.5. I feel like he was probably our worst player. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh considering the fact he is leaving, but I'm going to go with 5.5 due to the fact that I just feel like, mate, just pass it forward. He's stopping a lot of possible chances. So we'll go to you, Wakar, on the middle three, and you'll take on Gini Wijnaldum and his performance against Southampton.
Thiago gets an 8, good goal. Fabinho, once again immense, 7.5, and Gini Wijnaldum a 6, pretty average. And I'm still wondering to this day, why is he captain? He's leaving next season. Robertson should be captain. He shouts on the pitch, and he literally goes forward, just like you said, man. Just move, just pass forward. If you lose the ball, you lose the ball. Just ruining the attacks, And Curtis Jones should be playing, in my opinion, starting ahead of Wijnaldum, because seriously, he's leaving next season, and Klopp is playing him like he's going to be here next season. He's getting the captain's armband, whatever. He's going next season. You should try and develop a young player into the squad, moving him slowly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. But obviously, same question to you, Salah. You've obviously expressed your views on Gini Wijnaldum before in the past, but what were your views on his performance against Southampton?
Brother, I said that this guy's fucking inevitable, fam. Brother, how do you get dropped against United, yeah? The game gets postponed. The one time this guy gets dropped, all season, I think it's the second time he got dropped, and the game has to get postponed. And he starts the next game. Bro, this guy's inevitable. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's giving Klopp a new Spotify playlist or whatever, but this guy's just inevitable. I think, as I say, bro, thank you for what you did. Thank you for 2 goals in Barca. I love you for that, but just go now. Just your time's done. Bye. But I think performance-wise, I think first off, doing what Gini does. Second off, I can't really talk about it. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But obviously, they'll go to the front three. Mane, Firmino, Salah. Salah obviously got the assist for the Mane goal. Didn't look too happy when he come off the pitch. But and Firmino as well, come on, assisted Thiago's goal. So all of the front three involved in the goals on Saturday. So I'm going to give Firmino for what actually Jota did start, didn't he? But I think I'm going to rate Firmino, obviously, because I feel like he has more of an impact. But I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. I'm going to give Salah a a 7 out of 10, and I give Mane a 8 just for the confidence that it looks like he's picking up again. But we'll go to you, Salah, first on the front three, and then we'll break down the Premier League results. We'll go to you, Wakar, first, actually.
I'll give Salah an 8. I've heard that apparently Salah hates Mane, but Salah's assisted him more times than any Liverpool player. And Firmino, 6, Mane, 8. The man, just like we said a few weeks ago, he's so unpredictable, man. He can have the worst game of his life and then come back and score, and then but I think this season he's just not had consistency as well as last season. The consistency he had was amazing, and I think most Liverpool fans want that again, but considering there's no fans, fans play a big part. The confidence is low, but I'm glad he got a goal.
Yeah, I agree, obviously. But obviously Salah has had to go for a little bit. But we will cover the Premier League until he comes back. Obviously, some results which did raise a few eyebrows. Obviously, Leicester losing 4-2 to Newcastle. Also, Tottenham lost to Leeds 3-1. Chelsea, however, did beat Manchester City, but we are still champions for another week, ladies and gentlemen, so that is fine. We obviously picked up the points, and West Ham lost to Everton. When do Everton do us favours? They have done us a favour in terms of the top 4, in our pursuit of the top 4, obviously. We'll touch on Salah as you're back now. Getting top 4, will we get top 4, and can we get top 4 are two different things at the minute. Can we build a bit of consistency up? Can you see it, or is it just not? Can you just not see it, or what's your thoughts on the top 4?
Well, 100% we can get there, yeah. But doable, yeah, 100%. Do I think we'll make it? No. See, this game against United this is the gamble. This is when you put all your eggs in one basket. You just go and play out there. But the odds are with us. Of course, I'm not going to go into too much because we'll have a preview coming out. They have Harry Maguire out. They have a packed schedule. I expect Oli to play a weak team. And if we do not win against United, I'll be disappointed because we win that game in hand. Just imagine, we win that game in hand. 3 points behind Leicester. Leicester will try to get top 4 100%. But see, this is where it comes in. I'm not entirely convinced that this club can get the points needed. Because just imagine if we had not conceded the 87th minute to Leeds, 3 points. Not conceded the 90th minute to Newcastle, 3 points. 6 points. Where would we be in top 4? We put ourselves in these difficult situations. So I don't think we'll have the mentality to bring us out of that situation to get top 4. But as I said, doable, yes. I don't think we'll get there, but all a person can do is hope, and I believe in this team to do it. And yeah, let's see.
Yeah, what about you, Akar? Obviously, some interesting points there made by Salah. We'll go to you on the top 4. Can we do it, or will we do it?
We've got the quality to do it, but do I think we will do it? No. The whole season, we've had chances to capitalise. We've done one thing, we've lost, or we've drawn. So many times this season, last season, the amount of times that we were capitalising on teams, I couldn't believe it, because in 2018-19 season, where we lost the league by 1 point, we went through a period where we lost our consistency, and it's just come back to us again this season. We won 1-0 up against Newcastle, and then we lost 2-1. How does that happen with the quality that we have? And we the results are going our way, but the amount of times we could have won a game this season and we've bottled it, just, oh my God. But I don't think we'll make it, but I really do hope we make it.
Yeah, well, obviously, I'm going to say that we will make it due to the fact that Man United are scheduling a mass protest on Thursday, and if it gets postponed, we're going to be given the 3 points. I'm gonna back the boys and make sure that we do get top 4. But that is a wrap to us being a very good match reaction for the Southampton match. Obviously, onwards and upwards. Let's hope we do have a match Thursday night, but if not, well, we'll take the 3 points anyway. thank you for Wakar. Thank you for Salah for joining me. We will be doing a Manchester United preview over the next few days, if not tomorrow or Wednesday. Stay tuned. Subscribe to L5FC for more Liverpool content, and subscribe to Clock Talk TV as well. See you soon.